From its
Like,
recording.
Dimi, like, it got to the point, like, Pal edited this out of the interview. It got to the point to where we didn't want your tribe to lose because we didn't want you to go to tribal. We didn't want you to go home. We didn't even want to risk
Yeah, we were super sad. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
I feel like you had so much potential. I love your confessionals. Like, I think the French teacher confessional is my
Oh, we
favorite
love the
confessional
French teacher.
of the whole season.
Pal, did you see where he did a second one where he said he still reminds me of my French teacher?
Yeah.
Oh, I have so many questions. Okay, Pal, get to the interview, the
Okay,
actual stuff, and
so
I'll chime in.
okay, first of all, can you tell us how you feel right now? Your initial thoughts after being voted out.
Okay, I feel kind of mad. Wait, what was the vote? Because I had to go do something quickly.
It was 4-1.
4 to
Yeah,
1.
4-1. Everyone voted for you.
I feel kind of mad because I trusted Austin a lot, even though he still reminds me of my French teacher. But I would have trusted him just for a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I did have this feeling that I would go though.
Mm-hmm.
Like your gut was telling you that something wasn't right.
Since I lost, I got 4th place in the tiebreaker.
So do you think that's why they might have targeted you because of the fact that you got
I think that's
4th place in
why.
the tiebreaker? However, I do think, like, I'll say it right now, I think it was very brave of you to go into the tiebreaker,
right,
and like put your game on the line for your tribe. I think that is something that not most people do, and I think that's
and you made
something
it very
that
far from your tribe in the first few rounds, like the first actual game.
exactly. So I think that you should be proud of yourself. Like, don't beat yourself up about it. Like, it happens to literally anyone. But so I want you to tell me who you feel the most betrayed by. So it's obviously Austin, right?
Yeah, because I haven't really talked to the others, but I also trusted Shannon. I really wanted to work with Shannon and Grayson in a 3 since we knew each other the most, but I was blindsided by last vote because I didn't know that they were all going to turn on Shannon. So, yeah, I was kind of mad about that also.
So do you feel like your tribe just turned on you?
Yeah.
So how did you feel after Shannon got voted out?
I felt blindsided, and I thought that they would, since they did it to Shannon, I thought that they might do it to me. So that's why I also had that feeling that I might go next.
Right. So when you first, learned about this game and saw the cast reveal and everything, did you think you were gonna go this early, or did you expect to make it a little bit further?
Well, I thought that I was going to get 17th. So at least I did better than what I thought. But after I passed 17th, I really thought that I would make merge and make it farther.
I mean, I think you definitely had the potential to. I think, with a lot of people, especially in the season voted out, it's kind of a theme where they're just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And one little thing goes wrong, and then everything turns around and it changes the outcome completely. And I think that's what happened here. I think, you were put in a situation that people didn't really trust you,
Yeah.
And then that is why you're sitting here right now. But I want you to tell me, first of all, I think you went to every single tribal council this season. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at least that's something to be proud of, surviving a lot of tribal councils. So I want you to kind of walk me through your strategy for the first vote where Addie was voted out.
So I wanted to stay with the group because I didn't want to be left out. So I tried to talk to as much people as I can, and I decided to tell Grayson that I want Addie out, since Grayson and Addie, it seemed like they didn't like each other since they had each other blocked. So I thought that he might agree, and he told me that Gonzalo said Addie also. So everyone agreed. So I don't know how to say it, but
you felt like she was somebody that was an easy target, and it was a way to kind of deflect the target on you or on anybody else. Okay.
Yeah.
And what about Emily's tribal council? What were you thinking about?
Okay, so I didn't want Emily to go home, but I thought that if I did flip, then Grayson would lose my trust, and him, Grant, Gonzalo, and Jack would probably go after me. And I didn't know that the tribe swap was gonna happen. So if I did keep Emily, then I think it could have helped me.
Okay, and so then that brings me back to, we just talked about Shannon's tribal council. Obviously, it was something that you were blindsided on. Do you think that it was definitely something changed last minute, or do you think that they just decided not to tell you?
Well, I was talking with Austin, and he said that they decided to change last minute. But now that I think of it, I don't think it was last minute change, since they like blindsided me.
Right, so you think it was something that was more premeditated now?
Yeah.
Okay, so, who do you think, if with the people that you've interacted with and in general, looking at the cast, who do you think you could predict as a winner? Who do you think is somebody that's playing a really good game and that could get to the end?
I think it could be the French teacher.
French
Because
teacher
like
wins.
he kind of reminds me as Joshua. Like he's been to every tribal so far, like
Right.
Joshua had, and he's like he makes sure that he trusts everyone and that he's like friends with them, so that they could keep him. And like I don't know if he like orchestrated the blind side, but yeah,
I actually
I
have a
think he
question
could.
for you. So at first, you definitely in your confessionals we saw that you were very much wary of Austin. You didn't trust him. But then coming onto the swap tribe, you were kind of forced to work with him because he was the only one from your original tribe. And you went to him with information when his name was getting thrown out, and told him that his name was getting thrown out. And I had thought that you really built trust with him. Where do you think that went wrong?
I don't know. I don't know why he would blindside me when I told him that his name was getting thrown out. So like, because if I didn't tell him, I think that we could get the votes to take him out.
Right.
And I did have a feeling that I could take him out now with like Shannon, and I think Hunter might have threw his name out,
Right.
but I'm not sure. So I think that we could have got Austin out, but then I thought that he could like help me more in the game and help us with the like immunities.
So who do you think on your tribe,
yeah.
if you guys, sorry, pal, if
Okay.
your tribe was to lose again, who do you think would go home?
I think it might probably be Madison.
Okay.
Because I think that Hunter, Thea, and Austin are working together, and I think that they might take out Austin or, oh no, take out Madison, and then or Austin could go if those three stayed strong.
Right.
Okay, so looking back at today and at your position in this game and how you've played, do you think there's absolutely anything you could have done to prevent you being here, or you think that it was something completely out of your control?
I think that if I found an idol, it would help me out in this situation, because like I did think they would flip. So like if I did have an idol, I would have definitely used it. And if I did know like what would happen with the Shannon vote, I would have probably saved my vote at that time. But yeah, I don't think I could have done anything else.
Okay, so I think those are all the game questions I have, unless Drew has any questions related to the
Let me
game.
think really quick. Who were the people that, like, say you had made merge, like say everyone in the game made merge, who did you most want to work with?
Shannon, or like from now,
Well,
or
yeah,
like from the start?
that's a decent question. Who from at all did you really want to work with?
Probably Shannon and Grayson, because I knew them the most, and
Right.
I wanted to be, are you watching the new season?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to be like Victoria, Eric, and Gavin, like us three,
Oh,
basically.
okay. Yeah. Oh, my heart.
Yeah. Oh my God, Dimi, I'm so sad you're gone. Like, this
Like,
literally
I'm
breaks
like
my
about to
heart.
post your thing, and like you don't understand. Like, we and Pao were talking about it, and we think you might be our favorite from like even from season 1 and season 2. Like, we really just like you a lot. Like, we think that you were underestimated because your age, but you were really intelligent and really smart. like despite the fact, like we see you in your confessionals articulate things so well, like you definitely know this game, you understand things. People just didn't know you as well prior to coming into this game and looked at your age and thought that you weren't a contender, but you were definitely a contender. And that's why I would hope to maybe one day see you back and see you really like be able to play the game, because I think you had so much potential, and we're just so sad to see you go, seriously. And we have not said this to the other people because this is you. Like, we're sad to see you go.
Yeah, Demi, I generally think
Thanks.
you should be so proud of yourself. Like, you are so smart and strategic, and I don't know, you should just be happy.
I'm happy that I got casted in the first place. And like when I got casted, I like planned out beforehand, and I did get advice like before starting the game.
Who'd you get advice from?
Wait 1 sec.
You're good. For these stuff edits, I'm like using different black and white filters every time, but it's fine.
Oh, I'm so sad.
I'm so upset. Like, I'm actually sad. He's the first guy voted out. The girl streak's over, but like honestly, this is I would have rather a girl win.
Yeah, same.
I'm so upset. This is bullshit.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey.
Okay. What were we saying? I forgot what.
He was talking about advice.
Oh yeah, who did you get advice from?
So I got advice from Ned. And I got advice from he did sign up, but he didn't do part 1.
Yeah.
Reality Mars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Aww.
And Ned wanted me to win, but I couldn't.
Oh, we wanted you to win.
Yeah.
To be honest. Man, this sucks. Okay. Should we ask the production questions, Tom, instead of just sitting here? Okay.
So, Demi, obviously this game is like different from any other games, considering there's like a Skype aspect and the comps are different and just the dynamic is very different. Looking back at our game, do you have any advice you would give us as production, things you would change, things you didn't really like, or just anything you want to say to us regarding that?
I think it was actually good with the Discord concept. With like, there's like calls where you can just do 2 on 2, and like, and like group calls. Yeah, and I think it's really good.
Pal, I want to ask the next question.
Okay, so if you were given the chance.
No, Pal, I'm asking.
Oh, I thought you were saying.
I want to ask this one.
I thought you were saying ask.
I always asked this last season, but I've been letting Pal ask everyone else this season. But I want to ask you because you're my favorite. So I want to ask you, Jimmy, if given the chance to play again, would you?
Yes, obviously.
Okay.
But depending on the time, because I might be like on vacation, but I would probably be able to.
Okay. We'll keep in touch. We'll talk to you.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Oh, okay. I guess that's the end of the interview, right, Pal?
Oh my god, I'm so sad.
Yeah, me too. Oh, Demi, you're a king.
Thanks.
Thank you for doing this interview. If you have any last words you would like to say to the viewers, you can.
Thanks for casting me. I really appreciate it, and it was fun to play. Like, really fun.
Thank you so much for playing and really giving it your all. Also, you can still send in confessionals. If you want to send in the final words, you can do that too.
Okay.
So sad to see you go, Demi. It was a pleasure having you.
Okay, I might send in tomorrow, maybe.
Okay, you're good. No rush.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Demi. Have a great rest of your night.
Bye.